Welcome to today's class. Today, as per requested, boom, we are going to work on some leg bendables. I've been trying to work into getting into splits, so a little bit of that workout today. To get started, you can come into cross legs and nice straight spine. And then just take a few breaths here to settle in. Maybe closing your eyes, relaxing your shoulders back down your spine, or your shoulder blades. Shoulders just fall down away from your ears. Your hands can rest on your knees. You can even touch your thumb and your ring finger on both hands if you want a little more meditative state here to begin. And then just check in with your body. See if you're holding any tension anywhere. If you need to let something go today, if it doesn't serve you, just with every exhale, letting it kind of wash away. Just holding space on our mat today for our breath and for our movement. You don't have to worry about being anywhere else or doing anything else. This is your time for your breath and your movement. Maybe your smiles if you're smiling. 3 more breaths here. This time, on your next inhale, open mouth exhale, sort of like if you're fogging up the mirror in your bathroom or on some glass. So big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more of those. Inhale through the nose. And fog up the glass. 1 more big inhale. And fog it up. This time on your exhale, close your mouth, but still try to fog up that mirror. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. This is what's called your Ujjayi breath. And whenever things are getting rough, or if it gets rough for you today in practice, come back here and just continue to fog up that mirror, inhaling and exhaling through your nose for 3 more inhales and exhales. Trying to keep the same length of inhale as you do on your exhale. 2 more. So coming back to that breath whenever you need it, whenever it serves you. Flipping over to a tabletop, so wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath your hips, or underneath, whatever it feels good to you. The tops of your feet are actively pressing down. So whenever we do cat-cow, you want to obviously with every inhale or exhale, or excuse me, I had it right the first time. Inhale, you're dropping your belly and just kind of stretching through your front, but on an exhale, actively engage your core and push the tops of your feet almost like you're going to hover your knees, but don't quite hover your knees. So for a full engagement on this pose, so you're going to inhale normally, just arching your back down or your belly down, but then on an exhale, almost as if you're coming up on your knees and squeezing that breath out. So go ahead and get your wiggles out if you haven't already, and then come to a nice even spine. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your head. Exhale, engaging your core, pushing down on the tops of your mats, cinching it all in. Inhale, relax the belly down, lift your head. And exhale, push into your palms, push in the tops of your feet, engage your core. 5 more of these on your own breath. Remembering that Ujjayi breath. Taking your time. It's not a race. And if you get through with more than 5 by the time I'm done, just keep going. Two more. And then on your next inhale, nice even spine. Bring your palms out just a little bit. Tuck your toes. Push up and back for down facing dog. If you're feeling a little tight today, remember you can always move your feet in towards your palms if you need a little bit less. And then actively trying to engage back down the backs of your legs. Try to get your heels down. If your heels don't go all the way down to the ground right now, don't worry about it. You'll get there one day if you keep practicing. And then if you need a little bit more, you can step your feet back just a little bit. So we're just going to hang out in down dog for about 10 breaths right now. If you'd like to, come up on your tiptoes on your next inhale. And then exhale, slowly let your heels fall back down as close to the mat as they can get. Not worrying about if they don't come all the way down. Actively pressing into all 4 corners of the palms of your hands. And your forehead should be coming down towards your knees. Don't worry about it if you can't get that there, because that'd be weird. And I'd like to see a video of it. So take about 7 more breaths here. And you can even walk it out a little bit if you need to right here. Just slowly coming into our down dog for 5 more breaths. One more big inhale. Big exhale. On your next inhale, slowly walk your feet up behind your hands to a forward fold. And then just dangle here in your forward fold. You can bring both hands to opposite elbows. And then just put a bend in your knees so your belly can just be kind of touching on the tops of your legs here. You don't have to take the bind if you want. If it feels good, just kind of dangling your arms. You can sway back and forth a little bit. Maybe shake your head, yes, no. Just wiggling things out a little bit. 2 more breaths here. Finding some stillness in your forward fold. If you have your hands bound, relax them down. Inhale, bend your legs, root to rise. Hands come on either sides. Leave your neck down. Neck should be the last thing, or your head should be the last thing to come up and meet your hands all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, sweep both arms up over your head. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to a plank. And if high plank is a little too much for you today, if your wrists are hurting, we're going to come back to plank. So you can always come down, palms on the mat, facing forward to a nice low plank. I'm going to go into high plank just because I like it. Big inhale here. Exhale, slowly come all the way down to your forehead. Untuck your toes. Hands are right underneath your shoulders. Inhale, come up. Little baby cobra. Exhale, down. Inhale, press up and straight back to a downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale your right leg up. Right toes pointing down. Exhale, step that foot all the way through, drop your back knee, untuck your left toes, come up for a low lunge. So you might want to put your hands on your hips at first, just to try to make sure that they're nice and straight. And if they're nice and straight, you can raise both arms up. If this is just a little too easy for you, you can always raise that back knee down and come up. But if you want to start with the knee on the ground, you can. And so from here, plant your hands around your right foot and then just slowly take a few rocks forward and back. I guess you can't do this if you lifted your knee. If you're here, you can kind of rock back and forth a little bit, maybe bending that back knee. Whatever feels good. Just trying to wake up those legs. Work your legs out a little bit. Heel toe your front foot until it's right in front of your chest, and then just try to slowly, as you're bending back and forth, maybe move that front heel forward just a little bit, and then just get down a little bit more into a little bit of a split here. And then whenever you find the limit, just kind of stay there. So if this is as far as you can go, toes should be pointed up at the end of this. If this is as far as you can go, that's fine. If not, you can keep rocking back and forth to whatever feels good, and then find some stillness. One more big inhale. Exhale, just roll right over onto your right bum. Left foot sweeps forward. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, seated forward fold. So in your seated forward fold, you can either just leave your hands right here on your shins, or this is as far. You can grab your big toes and just kind of use them as a little bit of leverage to move forward, or grab your feet. Whatever feels good. Try to make sure that your shoulders are relaxing back away from your ears. You don't want to be all hunched over like this. Nice straight spine, and then a gentle fold at the hips, at the waistline. 4 breaths here. On an inhale, gently come up. Sweep both feet back behind you, coming into a plank or low plank. So just going to take 3 push-ups here. If you need to drop your knees, you totally can. Try to rotate your elbows out away from your body so that your elbows are pointing back down at your heels, and the insides of your arms are pointed towards your mat. Hands are nice and spread, so whenever you come down on this push-up, you want to try to scrape the sides of your ribs as much as you can. So big inhale at the top of your plank to prepare. Exhale, slowly come down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And then push back to a downward facing dog. Great job, everybody. I knew you could do it. Big inhale to prepare. And exhale. This time inhale, left foot comes up and back. And exhale, step that left foot in between your hands, drop that right knee, untuck your right toes. Come up to a low lunge. Remember, you can raise that back knee if you would like, a little bit of challenge, or just come down and slowly begin to rock back and forth, maybe inching that front foot out just a little bit. Whatever feels good. Toes coming up whenever you're finding that edge, that limit. And then finding some stillness in your split, or however close you are to a split. We're going to come back to this, or something similar to this here in just a little bit towards the end of the practice, and we're going to see if we've opened anything up, if we've gotten any deeper. One more big inhale. Exhale, roll onto your left butt cheek, sweep that right leg around. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, fold. Floating at your hips, at your waistline. Not worrying about necessarily how far forward you come. Just trying to make sure that your back is nice and straight. Toes are pointed straight up. Sky. And a gentle fold. You can always grab onto your thumb toes if you'd like. And kind of pull yourself down. 2 more breaths here. On an inhale, sweep those legs back, come into a plank. So remember, you can take the variation of knees down if you need to, but what you're really focusing on here is that your elbows are coming straight down at your feet towards the back of your mat. So big inhale to prepare. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And push back to a downward facing dog. Great job. Pedal it out a little bit. Drop one knee. Really get it in the back of that back left foot or left leg. And then alternate dropping your left knee, stretching the back side of your right knee. Take a few of those. Tuck your tailbone. Stick your butt up in the air. Try to get into the backs of your legs by kind of raising your glutes just a little bit higher. And breathing. Find some stillness in your downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale right knee to left elbow, crossing over to your left. Inhale up. Exhale right knee to right elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose and hold it for 3, 2, 1. Step your right foot in between both of your palms and inhale up to a warrior 2. So in a warrior 2 here, you're going to make sure your front foot is pointing to the back of your back foot. Your right knee is right above your right ankle, and that left leg is nice and straight. Both arms come out, looking over your right fingertips. Shoulders are back down your spine. Inhale, flip your right palms. Left arm comes back down your left leg. Reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. So if you want to, you can bring your elbow right here. Otherwise, put your hand right in, just hovering if you'd like here. And left arm comes up over. Big inhale. Exhale, sweep that left arm down. Inhale it back up. Exhale, sweep it down. Inhale up. Exhale, one more time, sweep it down. Inhale it up. Left bicep right next to your left ear. Nice line of energy straight down your left side here, planting it to the knife edge of that back left foot, engaging all the way up. Inhale, come all the way back up, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands, frame that right foot, step back to a plank. And we're just going to hold our plank this time for about 5 seconds, or 5 breaths. Trying to make sure that back stays nice and straight, engaging through all corners of your palms. One more big inhale. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Time to do the other side. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, twist into your right, left knee to right elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose, hold it for 3, 2, 1. Gently step it between your palms. Inhale, come up all the way to a warrior 2 on the other side. Front foot back in the center of your back foot. And shoulders back down your spine. Couple of inhales here. On your next inhale, right arm comes back down your right leg. Inhale your left arm up and back. Reverse warrior. Exhale, coming forward. Once again, you can rest your left elbow on your left knee. Otherwise, bring that right arm over to your right bicep. Right ear. Right bicep to right ear. There we go. I know words. Big inhale. Exhale, sweep that right arm down. Inhale it up. Exhale, sweep it down. Inhale it up. One more time, exhale it down. Sweep it all the way back up. One more breath in. And out. Inhale all the way up, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel both hands. Plant around your foot. Step back to a plank. Great work. You're doing great. You're awesome. I know you can do it. Stay focused, stay smiling. And breathing. Breathing's good. One more big inhale. Exhale, knees come down and apart. Big toes come together, come into a child's pose. If you'd like to add a little shoulder stretch to this, you can tent your fingers up and kind of walk them out, just to give you a bit of a different sensation. If you want a little something to add to your child's pose. Otherwise, palms can just come flat. This is all that you need today. 3 more breaths. Flatten your palms. Inhale, come up to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, drop both of your knees. Either hop or walk your feet up behind your hands for forward fold. Heel toe your big toes until they touch. Inhale, swoop both arms up over your head. Exhale, bending at your knees, coming into a chair pose. Acting like you're holding a big volleyball, big beach ball over your head. Don't worry about if you can't come down too far right now. Just make sure you can see you're not tilting too forward or back in this, so you should be able to see your toes all the time. Arms are stretched up. Big inhale. Exhale, hands to prayer. Hook your right elbow on the left side of your left knee, twisting over to your left for 5 breaths. Make sure your right knee isn't poking out too far beyond your left. 3 more breaths. Maybe sit a little bit lower. On an inhale, keep your knees bent. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Heel toe your feet out to a wide-legged forward fold. Or wide-legged, your feet are wide. Wider than your mat. For a nice wide leg here. Toes should be pointed in just a little bit. Hands on your hips, just to make sure you're nice and square. And then bending from your hips, just a straight forward bend. If you need a little bit more, you can move your feet out wider. If you need a bit less, you can move them in a little closer. And then if you're able, dropping your hands and then just really seeing how far down you can go here. Maybe even bringing your head to rest on the mat if you're able. If not, That's fine. Just going to wherever you can go. You're doing great. On an inhale, come halfway up. Punch your right hand underneath your face. Left arm like you're pulling a bow. Just come straight up. Exhale it down. Switch hands. Inhale the right arm up, pull the bow. And exhale. Switch hands. We're going to do this 5 times on each side. That's 2 total. Inhale up. That's 3. One more on each side. And exhale. Both hands come down. Shifting forward, right foot forward, and then just come back to a plank. On an inhale, come up to a downward facing dog. But exhale, come back to a plank. Just rocking back and forth. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, plank. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. One more time. Inhale, back. And exhale, forward. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and then inhale it back one last time. On an inhale, bend both knees. Make your way to the front of your mat, however you would like. Forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Sweep your arms up overhead. And exhale, sitting back down into our chair. Once again, making sure you can see all of your front toesies in front of you. Maybe get a little bit lower, a big inhale. Exhale, hands to prayer, coming over to the right side, left elbow on the right side of your right knee, twisting open to your right, making sure your knees are nice and even. And take a few breaths here. With every inhale, trying to lengthen through your spine. And every exhale, pushing into those hands, trying to twist open to the right. 3 more breaths. Keep your knees bent. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, get a little bit lower. Big inhale. Exhale, get a little bit lower. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Once again, heel toe, your feet out wide. This time, coming into spider pose on one side. So, right heel is down, left foot is planted, and your right leg is just out. Hands can be at prayer. They can be in front of you for balance. If you can't get quite as low as me, that's fine. Just if you need to come up on your toes, that's fine as well too. So just add whatever modifications you need to make it work for you. So on an inhale, you're just gonna slide right over to your right, trying to maintain balance, and exhale. Inhale to your left, and exhale, settle in. 3 more times back and forth. Inhale to your right. And if you need to come up a little bit, that's fine too. Inhale over. One more time back and forth. Inhale over. Plant your hands, come up one more time, and then just ease down into a forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Whatever feels good here. You can shake your head yes and no. Maybe get a few pops out like I just did. This time on an inhale, bending into your left foot, coming towards the back of your mat. And then inhale back to a plank. Oh no, we're on the wrong side of the mat. 3 breaths here. And then press up and back to a downward facing dog. On your next inhale, right foot comes up and back. Exhale, plant it all the way out on the outside of your right hand. And then keep that left leg nice and straight. And then just hold it here for 1 breath. Big inhale. Big exhale. On an inhale, sweep that right arm back and twisting open to your right. 3 breaths here. Doing great. Big inhale. Exhale, drop your left knee, untuck your left toes, and if you're able, lift that back foot up into your right hand. And just give it a nice little grab. If you can't get there, that's fine. If this is as good as you can get, or if that is as good as you can get, or if that is as good as you can get, you're doing great. Just get it. You're awesome. 3 breaths here. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly release that back foot. Plant your right hand in the inside of your right leg. Well, actually, just go ahead and heel toe that right foot over. Let's come into a pigeon on this side. Drop that right knee. Left toes are straight back behind you. So your right shin should be perpendicular to your mat. Sit up nice and straight just to give yourself a little back bend here. Big inhale. And then exhale, coming forward, either onto your hands, maybe onto your forearms, or then, if it's within your practice, maybe bringing your head all the way down to your mat. I'm going to be here for about 10 breaths. Just ease into it. Checking in to see if you're holding any tension anywhere, and then actively trying to breathe into that tight area. Getting a full stretch on the inhale. And then just melting down on your mat with every exhale. Two more breaths, make them count. On your next inhale, gently press all the way back up. Plant your hands, tuck your left toes, inhale that right leg up. Exhale it down. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, step it all the way up to the front left side of your left hand. Right leg stays up. Right palm is nice and planted. Maybe adjust kind of how close your feet are together. That might give you a little bit different sensation. Then on an inhale, sweep that left arm, twisting back to your left. Trying to stay engaged through all your legs here. Don't droop down like this. Actively pushing yourself up for 3 more breaths. On an exhale, drop that right knee, untuck your right toes, inhale your right foot back up to your left hand if you can. And remember, if you can't get there just yet, it just means you have more to practice, more to grow. I certainly have a lot more of that to do in my practice, so we're on the same team here. 4 more breaths. Big inhale. Gently release that right hand. Bring your left arm up, heel toe, that left foot over to the right. Coming into pigeon on the left side. Checking to make sure your back right leg is nice and straight. Have your left shin as straight across your mat as you can. Coming into a gentle back bend here. Making sure your hips are nice and square to the front of your mat. And then exhaling as far down as you feel comfortable in your practice to go for pigeon. And we'll be here for about 9 more breaths. And if anything comes to mind in these long held poses, gently acknowledge those thoughts and send them along. Remember, if it's not serving you, it's out of here. Sick of it. You don't need it. And just keep breathing. Melting down with every exhale. You're doing great. Don't worry so much about the counting of your breaths or how many breaths you've taken or anything like that. It's more about just being mindful of trying to really focus on those breaths and the lengths of the breaths. And the feeling of just kind of letting everything melt on your exhales. And then inhaling into any tightness that you might have on any inhales. And then exhaling that tightness all the way out. Get out of here. But not yet. We got a couple more things to do. Inhale, come up. Plant your hands. Tuck your right toes. Sweep that left foot up. And exhale it down. Gently walk your feet up behind your hands. Coming into a nice seat. We're just going to do a few core things. Just because. So, if you been paying attention to my videos or in my classes before, I love scissoring. It's great. So we're gonna do a little scissors here. Coming into a boat pose, back is nice and straight. Big inhale to prepare. Exhale, drop both of those legs, and then just one foot on top of the other for scissors. For, let's just say, 10 breaths. So don't try to just flail around and do this as quickly as possible. Really try to focus on your alignment. Are my hands out? Are my feet straight? Is my back hunched over? Or is it nice and straight? So 5 more breaths. Just trying to be mindful of where you're at. Promise you, if you do it slowly, you're going to feel it. Don't worry. One more big inhale. And exhale, rolling all the way back. Bring your knees into your chest. Maybe rock left and right. We're only going to do that one more time, and then we're going to do some cool downs. Hadn't really thought about doing ab stuff. And I was like, hey, why don't we do some ab stuff? That's cool. So take a few gentle rocks up and down your spine for one last little core exercise here. Scissoring one more time. Coming into a boat pose. Big inhale. Exhale, come down. We'll be here for, 20 breaths this time. If we can make it. Once again, not really worrying about the exact number of things, working on the alignment and the effort. I'm not teaching counting. Ugh. Breath number 4. 12. Hopefully, feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'll count down from 10, 9, 8, 7. Stay engaged. 4. Wait, what? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, rocking back. Last little bit of effort for class today. Take a few long, gentle rocks up and down your spine. Then gently planting both feet, bring your feet up behind your glutes. Right ankle is going to cross over your left foot or left knee to a nice figure 4. And if you can grab onto the back of your left leg, or maybe even onto the shin of your left leg, your right toe should be flexed back towards your right knee, just to protect the integrity of your knee. And then you can slowly bring that left leg down in, hopefully feeling this in the back of your right hamstring. Hopefully it feels good. Three breaths here. One more big inhale. Exhale, release. Drop your right foot down. Cross your left foot over your right knee. And then bringing that right knee down into your chest. You can even use your left elbow to push on the left side, on the inside of your left leg. Flexing your left toes back towards your left knee for knee safety. And then just bringing that right leg down into your chest for about 5 breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, releasing everything down to your mat, coming into Shavasana, final resting pose. If there's anything else that serves you, go ahead and get that out. Maybe you want to do a wheel or a plow or something or other, just as a nice last stretch. Otherwise, coming in to Shavasana, bringing your focus once again to those breaths that we learned how to do at the beginning of class. Taking equally long inhales and exhales through your nose. With every inhale, consciously filling up your belly, filling up your lungs with that breath. And then just letting all of that tension go with every exhale, melting onto your mat. trying to find a nice rhythm to your breath. Maybe this time just allow your mind to wander a little bit. Just letting go of that control this time. And just letting it float wherever it may. Let your breath be the wind that your thoughts can travel upon. Just see where it blows you today. Start to invite some small movements back into your body. Maybe wiggling your toes and fingertips, wrists and ankles, elbows and knees. On your next inhale, sweep both arms up over your head, interlocking your fingers, flip your palms for a big stretch. Rolling over to one side. Taking just a moment here to give yourself a congratulations for an awesome practice today. No matter what else you did, you got on your mat, and you did this for yourself today. And give yourself a little bit of love for it. Yeah. Slow push up. Thanks so much for joining me in class today. I really appreciate it, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope this helped with your hips and legs and all over, all the good stuff. And I can't wait to see you back on your mat real soon.